going to start packing for our road trip. So we're going away in the camper van for a week. We're driving down to Somerset. We're in Somerset for a couple of days, then we're driving up to Wales, in Wales for 3 days I think, and then we're driving straight across back home. It is forecast to be the hottest, I think next Tuesday is forecast to be the hottest day ever on record in the country. So, and I think the whole of next week is going to be pretty warm. So I am packing light for me anyway, and keeping things very simple, just comfortable and cool. That's the goal next week. This is no fashion show. A lot of our time is going to be spent either going for walks or just relaxing by the camper van on campsites. The only thing we have planned really is we're going to Howser and Worth when we get to Somerset, and I've booked us dinner in Bruton, and then in Wales we're going to see some friends. But apart from that, it's very much like wake up and just see what we fancy doing. But I think a lot of it is going to be either a combination of walking and just relaxing. The beauty of going away in a camper van is you're not necessarily restricted to weight as you are, say, when you fly. Obviously we don't want to take loads of stuff and weigh the van down, but there's not that really strict weight restriction, and there's obviously no restriction with liquids. So I just take all of my normal skincare in a wash bag, and that just sits in a cupboard within the van, and then all of our clothes are just in here. So I'm going to start with, I'll start with t-shirts, the absolute basics. I am taking a white t-shirt, a navy t-shirt and a grey t-shirt. These are all from ARKET. These are the I think they're just the regular lightweight women's crew neck. I have them in an extra small. They're my favourite t-shirts because they have just the perfect kind of like boxy fit. The sleeve for me is a great fit, really nice sort of thick crew neck. So I'm taking these 3 colours. And then for vest tops, I'm also going to take 3. I'm taking a black and a white one. These are also from ARKET. You might have seen me show these in the, sorry, I'm absolutely boiling. It's far too hot to be wearing jeans. In the, what was it, did I call it the weekend in outfits with ARKET? I really like the fit of these because they're not like a deep racer. They're very much a sort of true tank top shape. I'm not a big fan of those sort of like deep cut in racer backs. So these are great. I'm also taking a navy and white striped tank top. This one's from Nothing Written. I've had this for over a year now. It's such a good tank top. I really like that the edging is solid, like it's not striped. It's just a navy solid ribbing edging. What am I trying to say? It's too hot to be talking about intricate details on things. I've got 3 pairs of shorts, but I'm not going to take 3 pairs because I think 3 is excessive, and one of them is white, and I just don't want to risk a white pair of shorts. All 3 of them are exactly the same. They're from Uniqlo. They are, I think they're called just their chino short. They're so good. I bought the white ones first, like about a month ago, and have just worn them so much, and then decided to buy some additional colours. So the white I'm going to leave. I just wanted to showcase the white. And I'm actually going to take a navy pair and a khaki green pair. They're so comfortable, they're so soft, they have an elasticated back, so that makes them even more comfortable. They're just like a super easy short. I wear them a lot just when it's really hot, when I'm sitting in the garden, going to the beach. I think this would be great for when we're just out walking. I mean, these are basically the only 2 pairs of bottoms I'm taking, which I'm not going to overthink it. Just get them in the case, because otherwise I'll start packing skirts, I'll start packing dresses, all sorts of stuff. No, they're the bottoms. Jumpers. So it's like I said, it's going to be warm for the entirety of next week. I had a jumper somewhere, but you just never know what will happen in the evening. Also, because we're going to Wales and Welsh weather is just really quite unpredictable, it's just better to be on the safe side. So I'm going to take this crew neck sweater from Uniqlo. This is the men's one. I think this might be the men's one. I've got it in a size extra small. I'm also going to take a grey one, and I don't know where it is. I have no clue where that is. I think I'm going to have to turn some things upside down. Maybe 2 sweaters is this excessive. I'll see how much space I've got. I think I'm going to have a lot of space, but just because I've got a lot of space doesn't mean it needs to be filled. It's okay to not take loads of stuff with me. I am going to take a lightweight sort of windbreaker jacket because sometimes, especially in Wales, when you go up mountains, it's quite cold and windy at the top of them. So this is from District Vision. It's actually a running jacket, but it obviously can be used outside of running. It's really lightweight, and what I like about this the most, which is really hard to find actually on... Oh, hello. You just sort out your... Dean's just trying to cancel a phone contract, which is virtually impossible. How long are we on the phone for? Half an hour. It's like when Joey and Chandler want to quit the gym. It's like impossible to cancel a phone contract. Right. My favourite thing about this is it's cropped for starters and has the elasticated toggles on the side, so you can kind of really bunch it up. I'm not going to do it right now. And that's probably seems like something that would be on every single jacket, and it is on a lot of jackets, but they're not cropped. So I find that when I do the toggle thing on the side, I'm left with loads of fabric bunched up, but because this is cropped, it's all in proportion. I love this jacket so much, I'm almost tempted to get it in black. I am also going to take some waterproof trousers because, again, you just never know with Wales. These are from Sweaty Betty, a very random sale purchase on Farfetch. They're great because, again, they've got toggles at the bottom, so you can tighten them at the ankle. They're also very lightweight and easy to pack. I'm not going to put the jacket in the suitcase, I'm just going to have that on the back of my chair in the van. Taking a swimming costume because there might be the opportunity to swim. You never know. Oh, I'm going to take one like fancy item just because we are going for dinner at a place called the Old Pharmacy in Bruton, and I know like we could just rock up casually, but for me when I go out somewhere nice for dinner, I just want to feel a little bit, you know. So I'm taking an Izzy Miyake dress, one of the please dresses. I'm going to speak about this more in next week's video because this deserves quite a lot of chat. But the reason I'm taking this is because A, it's really comfortable, B, it doesn't require any ironing, any steaming, so it will just be ready to go. I don't have to be precious about it or anything in terms of worrying about creases and that kind of thing. So I kind of get the best of both worlds. Comfy, but feels a bit fancy, if you know what I mean. Okay, shoes. I'm going to take Tevas, that's it. I'm going to take my Tevas because they're just great and they look quite cool with the Izzy Miyake dress, and yeah, they're just an absolute no-brainer. Then I'm also going to take, I'm not putting the shoes in the suitcase because we have a little compartment in the van where all of our shoes live. So the suitcase is literally just clothes. Then I'm also going to take flip-flops because flip-flops are, like, you just have, when you're camping, you have to take flip-flops for the showers because you just trust me, because you just never know what you might find. Most campsites we go to are pretty clean and I feel comfortable going in the shower without flip-flops on, but there will be the occasion where maybe the showers are a bit dirty, it might be the end of the day, they haven't been cleaned yet. I just feel more comfortable going in the shower with flip-flops on. And then also, because when you come out of the shower with wet feet, it's really hard to put your feet into like trainers or whatever, or a pair of boots, so flip-flops are just super easy. Then I will be taking a pair of walking trainers. I'm undecided whether to take my New Balance I think it's the 990s? Yeah, the New Balance 990s, which I walked up Penifan in, and they did great. However, I also do have the Solomon XT6s, I think. I haven't got them with me right now. I've got a picture here, which Dean has used a lot for walking and finds them really comfortable, so I'm not sure yet. These are predominantly suede. Again, with Wales, you just don't know, so maybe it might be the Solomons. And then finally, I will take either my Boston Birkenstocks or I will take my Arizonas, which I'm wearing now. These are just really good for when I'm around the campsite and just want to just slide on an easy pair of shoes. 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to count the flip-flops. 3 pairs of shoes, that's fine. And like I said, the tethers go really nice with the Izzy dress, so I don't feel like I need to take a fancy pair of shoes to go with that. Is that it? My pyjamas obviously will go in there. I'll just wear a tank top, and then I'll just wear a tank top and some little elasticated shorts. I think that is it. In terms of bags, I will be taking a backpack for walks. This one is from ARKET. This was just the last one hanging up and it was discounted, and actually it's a really, really good bag because it has the buckles on the chest and the waist in case your bag is extra heavy. It's got compartments on I've got compartments on the side here for water bottles, and rather than zip up, it's one of those ones where you just roll up and then clip. So that'll be my practical walking bag. And then in terms of kind of just another bag, I'm going to take my new, yes it is another new bag, this is the Row banana bag in the nylon in the slightly larger size. So that will be my kind of like, if we're going to a town, I'll just wear this. I'll wear this to Hauser and Worth probably actually. And that is it. Oh, a hat. I need to take a hat. I will take a cap as well. Let me just grab that for you. This is the cap that I shall take with me. It's a bit tight on my head. Just loosen that. I think that's it. Wow, that's not a lot. For me anyway, that is not a lot.
Do a little video.
I am doing a video.
Do a video, Brittany. Brittany, do a video.
I am. You're doing great.
Yeah?
I feel like one of those soccer mums that's like, you're doing great, honey.
Hello from an extremely hot Somerset. I'm about to do some backwards vlogging because we've been here for a couple of days already. So I'm going to rewind, show you some footage from yesterday and commentate up until present day. So yesterday we went to Hauser and Worth. On the hottest day of the year, we walked from back home, which is where we're staying, to Bruton. It was about a 50, apologies, that's just Dean taking the yawning down. It was about a 50-minute walk, and it wasn't as bad as I had anticipated. There was a breeze, so it was manageable, but it still was extremely hot. And we went to Hauser and Worth, which is a place I've been dying to go to for so long, and they have a Henry Moore exhibition on at the moment that's there until the end of September, I believe. So we went for lunch at Roth, which is the restaurant that's attached to Hauser and Worth. Looked around the exhibition, looked around the garden, which was absolutely stunning. Major garden inspiration. It was just so beautiful. Then we looked around the exhibition again because it's free and you can kind of just hang around for as long as you want pretty much, which I really enjoyed. I didn't feel this pressure to kind of get through. It was extremely quiet as well, which I think made it feel easier to just hang around, because normally when exhibitions are quite busy and you see kind of crowds coming through, I certainly feel like I need to kind of move on. But this just felt like a really nice place where you could just kind of like wander around all day. We, after that, had a drink at Roth, and then we kind of looked around the gift shop, and they have this beautiful farm shop, and then we walked into town and had a drink at a place called, I can't remember if it was called At the Chapel or In the Chapel. I think it was called At the Chapel. We then went for dinner at a place called the Old Pharmacy, which was so nice. I highly recommend that. Such a cute, beautiful restaurant. And then we walked back here, and it was much cooler, much more manageable. It was a really nice day, considering that it was hot and we didn't really have a plan. So actually we spent a lot of the day just trying to kill time. It was a really Nice relaxing day. So today we're going to start driving up to Wales. We've decided to kind of tag Wales onto the end of this trip because we enjoyed the Brecons so much. We wanted to go back and we wanted to see some friends who live in the Brecons as well. So we thought we'll kind of go from Norwich across the country down to Somerset, then up to Wales, and then we'll go back across. I realised I just did that in the opposite direction as to how you will be viewing it. What else was I going to say? There's one more thing. Oh, we're just going to pop to the Hauser and Worth gift shop before we get going this morning, because yesterday there were so many things I wanted to buy from the gift shop, but because we were walking, I did not want to be carrying big books back with me in a tote bag, so we're going to do that and then hit the road. Time is 1:10. We're about to start the walk to Linny Fan Fac and then potentially continue on to Linny Fan Fair if we feel up to it. Our goal is to walk along this ridge and then stop this point here for lunch. That point there, with this as the view. Blue phase really is here to stay, you know. I just love blue. I feel like it's just not really a phase now. I've been sort of incorporating these brighter blues into my wardrobe now for almost, I guess, 2 years. And it kind of just feels like a really easy colour to wear now, which is quite a big thing coming from someone who's like, no colour, please. Who knows, maybe this is the start of very colourful wardrobe. Baby steps, baby steps. I'm fully embracing the sort of crinkledness of linen, and I'm starting to really love it when linen kind of goes a little bit, I want to say furry. Do you know what I mean? Like it really starts to soften up and it just feels all like lovely. Small details that I really like about the shirt, and when I say small, I mean small. The buttons are the same colour as the shirt, which is something I always appreciate because I just don't like a contrasting button. I feel like there's a time and a place for a contrasting button, and quite a lot of brands get it wrong. Well, in my eyes personally, I just don't like it when buttons are a different colour to the shirt. I don't want a button to be noticeable. I want it to just blend in. This was quite long actually. If I try and stand back, I'm gonna have to lower the camera. It's quite long, but it has got a nice split hem. I've just got it on with some white shorts at the moment while I'm just hanging around the house. I guess I could put a jumper over it maybe. That would make it a little bit more more wearable for today. I'm just gonna put some lip balm on because my lips look very chapped. I am quickly just going to talk about some books that I've read, and when I say quickly I do mean quick. It's just going to be sort of like a yay or a nay and a little sentence about them rather than full sit down chat. So first we have Recursion by Blake Crouch. I read this quite soon after reading Dark Matter, which I absolutely loved, so much so that I wanted to read more of his writing. Recursion was good, it's not quite up there with Dark Matter for me. The concept of it is very interesting. I don't even know how to explain it. It's very much about sort of memories and altering memories to kind of alter reality. I can't even explain it. Now that I'm really thinking about it, it's quite confusing. And I think there were just some parts of it that were very, very sciencey and spoke about the brain in quite complex ways that made me feel a little bit confused. And that's kind of why it didn't quite, I guess, grip me as much as Dark Matter did. Saying that though, I did still really enjoy it. I did think it was a very interesting book. Then we have Small Pleasures by Claire Chambers. So this isn't typically the type of book I would normally read. I guess this would be classed as a romance, but I had seen a lot of people talk about this book, particularly about the ending, and someone did recommend it to me. If you are watching this, thank you for the recommendation. I cannot remember who it was, but someone did message me saying to give it a go. So when I was reading it, it felt like there was a very sort of like sinister edge to it. I could feel that there was a build up to something. Something was either going to go wrong or just something bad was going to happen. And the ending did absolutely tear my heart in two. But the warning signs are there at the beginning. When I read reviews of it afterwards, because I always like to read reviews after the book rather than before, there were lots of people who were like, oh, how did I not see that ending coming because of the start of the book. But yeah, really, really enjoyed this. So thank you to the person who recommended this. Then we have Alias Grace by Margaret Atwood. I think I gave this 2.5 stars on Goodreads, maybe 3. 3 feels generous though upon reflection now. It pains me to say I really didn't like this book, and I don't know why I feel guilty when I say I don't like a book, because not every book is made for everyone. But I think maybe because I've read Handmaid's Tale and I really enjoyed Handmaid's Tale, I was quite excited to read more of Atwood's writing, but for me this one just wasn't quite there for me. It just kind of bored me a bit, if I'm honest. I'm just going to say it. It bored me, and I really struggled to get through it, so that's why I gave it such a low rating. Sorry. And then, oh my god, this book, I Am Pilgrim by Terry Hayes. Oh, I absolutely loved this from start to finish. Like, I've never read a book this big. It's almost, I think it's over 900 pages, that has gripped me from start to finish. I literally devoured it, gobbled it up, so to speak. I loved it so, so, so much. I've spoken with a lot of friends about it. It is a book that I quite like to discuss with lots of people now. And some people have said that they felt that there was some major plot holes in it in regards to the main guy's job. I won't say too much because I don't really want to give anything away, but there's lots of sort of like FBI, secret agent, that kind of stuff. And some people were like, oh yeah, it's just so unrealistic, like no one would ever do that within their job, or like no one's job would ever be like that, or like that job's inaccurate. However, I have zero knowledge of this world. Absolutely zero knowledge. So for me, those kinds of plot holes just didn't even surface for me, like didn't even register. I just absolutely loved it so, so much. 10 out of 10, and I really want to read his latest book as well. And then the most recent book I read was Heaven by Miko Kawakami. She is the author of Breasts and Eggs, which is a book that has been on my reading shelf for so, so long, and I've just not picked it up. But this was a really nice introduction to her writing, so this has definitely kind of spurred me on to actually read that book. I might read it next after the current book I'm reading, actually. Quite a tough one to read. There are some quite graphic scenes of bullying, children being just absolutely hideous to one another, but there is beauty within it, that is what I will say. So yeah, there's 5 books I just wanted to briefly touch on. I'm currently reading Machines Like Me by Ian McEwan, which was heavily recommended after I read Clara and the Sun by Kazuo Ishiguro, that same sort of AI subject matter. I'm only like 2 chapters in though, so I can't really comment on it, but I'm very looking forward to getting stuck in. Right, that is Book Chat Finito. This is another one of the ARKET linen pieces that I have just been sauntering around the house in like an absolute lady of leisure, in the hopes that it might have some sort of influence on the weather. Sadly, it doesn't seem to be working. I think it's having the opposite effect. I can see through the skylight, a very dark rain cloud arriving. It would be the ideal beach kind of bikini cover up for sure. It'd be such a nice one for when you kind of come off the beach and you just need something to put over your bikini if you're going to quickly nip to the shop, have food, go for a drink, you know, that kind of thing. Very self-explanatory. Can't decide if I prefer these tied in a bow, like a long floppy bow, or just like this. But it's very roomy, big roomy sleeves, slit up the side. Did I already say it's kind of like a faded grey? You can kind of see up close that it's sort of like a faded grey. Yeah, a very easy to wear cover up linen dress. Good morning. I have just been sat for possibly 2 hours now trying to create a very basic thing on InDesign. I've never used InDesign before. I just want to pull my hair out at this point. I've just sent a very long video message to some friends who I know can use InDesign really well, just basically with an SOS, like please help because I need to create a certain type of document in InDesign by today to send to someone. And I've just losing my mind. Anyway, I need to stop. I need to leave this because I need to get ready because today I am going out with, so I am part of a studio. Some of you know this, some of you don't know. I sometimes work in a studio. I've been working a lot from home recently because I think I've got out of the habit of going to the studio. I need to get back into the habit again. But yeah, I go into like a shared studio space and usually do like all my video editing there, kind of like my general email admin and stuff. And it's such a nice space and it's such a lovely group of people, and we try and do some sort of like social event every season. So like we did a Christmas event, and then I think we did like a spring one, so now we're doing a summer one. And we're going out on some boats today. Then we're having a picnic somewhere, I think. It's all been organised by one of the guys in the studio, and he's done such an amazing job of it. And then we are going to, I think we're then going to a pub via boat. I can't remember it all fully. We've just been sort of told where to show up, at what time, and given like a very loose plan of what's happening, but it all sounds very exciting. So I need to get ready for that. I might wear a Breton just because I think everyone else will sort of go for a bit of a nautical theme. Or maybe I'll just go white trousers and a navy top or something. But yeah, I've just heard my phone go off actually. I think I might have had a response. Yes, my friend has just sent me some voice messages. So I'm going to quickly see if she can help me with my issue, and then I'm going to go get ready.
This is the prettiest bit of the river, I think.
I love this bit.
I still have this in here because that was the first time we thought it was because I just stopped trying to change it. No, they got divorced.
Right, I've got my book, I've got my bag of stuff that I always drag around with me. I have my sunglasses. I need to find a case for these, otherwise they're going to get really scratched up if I keep carrying them around like this. Headphones, lip balm, keys, phone, camera, let's go.
Why is the front-facing camera on an iPhone? iPhone 13, may I add. Look like you're filming through a turd. Anyway, I'm taking myself out this afternoon on a little just solo, I wouldn't even call it an adventure, I'm just going out for lunch and I'm going to potter around on my own. Dean is working away for the next few days, so I'm flying solo. I'm going to go for lunch, that's where I'm heading now, and then just have a little browse around the book section in Lucy's, and then maybe try and figure out something nice to cook for dinner. Someone's really staring at me very oddly while I do this, but I'm just going to embrace it. I've said before, I find cooking solo quite difficult in terms of not wasting any food, so if I pick a meal that can easily be reheated tomorrow for lunch, that would be great. And then I might this evening finish Pachinko. I started watching it when it came out on Apple TV, and then I can't remember why I stopped watching it. Oh, I think it was because Love Island started, and obviously Love Island tends to consume a lot of, well, pretty much almost every evening of your week for a very long time. And I really enjoyed the first couple of episodes. Oh, people are feeding the swans. How lovely. Yeah, I really enjoyed the first couple of episodes. However, I have heard mixed opinions from people. Quite a few people saying that they don't think it does the book justice, but I thought that this was just the sort of first season. I thought I had read somewhere that they were doing another season. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe they've tried to wrap up the book in like a few episodes. I shall see. Wow, that's some hair. I got rained on my bike this afternoon. I've been going out biking today. I say going out biking, literally just biked to some places today to try and just build up my confidence on my bike when I'm on my own. I'm not that, look at the curl on that. Yeah, I'm not hugely confident on my bike, especially on the road. I'm fine on like a cycle path or on just like a regular path, but on a road with traffic, especially roundabouts, I don't feel overly confident, and I'd like to build my confidence up on my bike because it just sits in the garden being neglected, and it is obviously a very convenient mode of transport that I would like to use more often. But yeah, I just got absolutely drenched this afternoon, hence the hair. Right, I'm going to start editing this vlog together so you can all view it. Thank you so much for watching this week. Apologies that the content of this week's vlog's just been a bit meh. It's just been one of those weeks, haven't really had loads of stuff to film and talk about and whatnot. Next week I'm preparing for Copenhagen Fashion Week, so I might do a sort of like pick some Fashion Week outfits with me type vlog, because packing for Fashion Week always fills me with a lot of anxiety, so I will film the process. Right, okay, I'm gonna go. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.